Brian.
I'm Reggie.
And this is RAndBTalks.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Reginald.
Greetings, salutations.
Forthwiths and how do you do's. How are we feeling?
Oh, so good, bro.
So fantastic. So much sarcasm in that statement.
So good.
Well, you'll feel better after today's episode.
Look, the tiny things that just bring joy, man. We're talking about those.
Yes. Eensy weensy things.
And the reason why is because we all need it.
Yes. It has been, I'll be honest with you. If I took 2025 and ranked it in the list of worst years I've had, it's going to be like one or two. It's going to be in the top two. Like 2025 has sucked, but that's why I want to talk about happy things.
Happy.
Happy.
I can tell you right now, the first thing comes to mind is when I feel like when I reach a point where my anxiety is dropped to like a 1 out of 10, boy, I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm not full blown going to freaking go in a.
You're not going to go nutso.
Flip out and panic attack. My chest doesn't feel like it's so tight, and my stomach feels like I'm going to hurl.
I'm going to be honest. I found a new joy. I really like mowing.
I guess that's one.
Like I put my earphones in and like focus on all the things I need to think about. Like sometimes you need to think about things by yourself, right? And that's my time, man. I'm out there just on my little John Deere mower and just whipping it around and tractoring and just thinking about all the things I'd like to think about, all the things I need to think about. It's weird. But then again, on my old mower, it would look like a gorilla riding a big wheel. It was not impressive.
That definitely not impressive.
It wasn't. So, that's a joy, right?
It is a joy. For me, if I walk outside and my mower starts, that's a joy.
I haven't got there yet. This is a really new mower, and if it does that to me, I'm going to be quite upset.
Mine's quite old, and I shouldn't say it is. It's not that old, but it's just I beat the living snot out of it, and it's just.
Hey man, you bought a tough mower, dude. I think it's something simple I got to fix, but it's just one of those where it is a simple joy. If I go out and I turn the key and it starts up, I'm like, yes. Yes. As Franco Columbo would say in the Pumping Iron documentary, it is most muscular. So, okay. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about joyous things. So tell me, what makes a great morning for you, Reggie? Like how would
if I don't wake up from a horrendous freaking nightmare and feel like I need to just escape to a foreign country, I'm pretty happy. That's where I'm at in my mornings right now, dude. Because I'm not drinking any coffee, any energy drinks, or any of that stuff, and I'm not doing nicotine at all. Like I've stopped the cigars and pipes and stuff for a while. At least for a while. I'm not, because so really for me, like it's just me waking up, period. Cause I'm trying to manage all this other stuff going on. So if I could wake up and I don't feel like I'm, in a panic attack or whatever and all that stuff, I'm pretty happy about it. And I think here's another qualification here, man. Having joy doesn't mean you have to be like, woohoo.
Yeah. No, that's not at all it. No. Like I find it, like for me, the mornings are, if I can spend the first 20 minutes of my morning sipping coffee and sitting in the quiet, that's a great morning for me.
It's true.
Like just no noise, nothing going on in the background, no dog up in my face, no, just 20 minutes quiet, sipping on a nice dark roast coffee. Just kind of, I got these special lights that are in my living room, and they're these dimmer lights. So if you flip the switch twice, this aura light comes on around my interior lights. So it's very low lit. It's not aggressive, right? So I can literally sit there and just chill out and prepare my mind for what's coming that day, right? Because who knows, right? You think you know, and then you don't know. And
here's one.
Okay.
When I click so I have this like pill dispenser thing that we actually used for my dad when he was living here. because he could never remember his pills and all this sort of stuff, right? So instead of it was an expensive thing. So instead of doing that, I just use it. So if I can hit the dispense button and it goes through and it actually dispenses all the pills instead of just making all this because like sometimes it'll go like starts grinding and making all this noise and then like just fail. You have to go through and
Do it like 3 times.
Yeah. So on the days where it actually works, that's pretty cool too. I find a little joy in that.
Yeah. I dig. Like yesterday was a great day. Like there wasn't too hot.
No, it's true.
I sat out on the deck and sipped a little iced tea with some lemonade in it, a little Arnold Palmer, and listened to a good podcast and, read the Bible for a minute and just kind of connected and just kind of got away from everything. I went outside, away from televisions, away from whirring, buzzing, anything, and just sat outside. And the backside of my deck is very shaded, so it was very nice to sit out there and just be in the cool shade. And like I find as I get older, my joys are less complicated.
Oh yeah, man, far. Like there's not there doesn't have to be this elaborate thing anymore.
Yeah. Like people all the time go, well, what's your ideal vacation? Just somewhere where I'm not normally at. Like it can be, you can take me to Ireland, you can take me to Idaho. I don't really care. I just want to go someplace where the scenery is different. I'm with my family and we can kind of relax and just kind of let everything that's at home go. Right. So, I hear all these people talking about, well, you got to no, I don't got to do anything but pay taxes and die. Like that's the only things that are required of me at this point. I don't want to go. And also the thought of planning like a huge, like multi-continental vacation. That just makes me want to take a nap.
Dude, I hear you. Speaking of family, probably the biggest joy I get in the morning, bar none, is when my 2 girls, whenever they get up, they come, hey daddy, good morning, give me a big hug. That's probably the bestest thing ever, dude. In the morning. I had
the night before last, I came home and both of my sons were sitting on the couch and we just talked. Like the 3 of us just talked about, like, it's cool because I've raised them both to be comfortable enough. If something's going on, they'll come and talk to me about it. So I love it when we have those honest conversations and they're really seeking my input, and it makes me feel like I did a good job as a father, right? So that they trust me enough where they know there's no judgment in talking to me, right? That there's, So here's one. What about when you go outside of your home? Outside of your home.
Really do that.
What kind of small joys do you find outside of your home?
We don't go anywhere.
Yeah, you do. I know for a fact you go.
I know places. We are homebodies, bro, for sure.
You are, but you still have to leave.
No,
like,
we do.
Like you're not like Old Man Withers.
No,
Scooby Doo.
No, we're not. But
like what?
Out and about, it's kind of This is. I think this is where your general attitude defines how you're going to receive joy throughout that, right? So, I mean, there's all kinds of things, right? If you look around and you'll have like that smell, like it'll be cool enough where you can roll your window down and then you have this fresh cut grass smell.
Oh yeah,
as you're driving down the road. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
love that. Or you're actually being able to drive down the road and there's like no one in front of you being ridiculous. There's no one behind you. It's just you.
Yeah. And
you have no, like, somebody tailgating you or the opposite where you're taking somebody else. It's just you. That's joy, right?
Yeah.
That just driving alone like that. That's pretty cool. Especially like around here. Cause I mean, sometimes you have people that there's really not many in the middle. It's either the Sunday drivers that do Sunday driving 24/7.
Yeah, I got behind one of those on my way over here.
Yeah, well, and you got to expect it around here, man. And, or the people who are very like urban driving and just want to put the floor to the pedal to the floor and like so there's really not many people in the between. So that, but here's another one, man. When you actually see when somebody actually, you're out in public and let's say you go through a drive-thru or something, right? And they have like a great attitude. That's cool. Mm-hmm. I think I find joy in that. And especially when it's like someplace like you wouldn't expect it. For instance, a freaking Burger King or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you expect those places to just be like,
Yeah.
which, granted, most of the time, they can I take your order, please?
Do you want cheese on it?
You walk up, you're like, that'd be $12.71. Okay, but
Thank-
it.
And I like it when they thank you and you know they don't mean it. They're like,
Yeah.
thank you for serving the Burger King.
Okay.
Personally, 2 things come to mind. Well, actually, 3 things. Thing number 1, I love watching, like sometimes I'll pull over on the side of the road if there's like a combine running and I'm watching, and I will watch these guys run. And I don't know why, but there's just this little bit of joy in me knowing that that guy is feeding people. That guy is doing something that's selfless right now because he ain't making a ton of money for doing it. But he feels a sense of duty to go out there and, run the combine and get the corn and do all the things that they're doing. And that, to me, that's just, there's a little bit of joy in knowing that guy, because see, I have a sense of duty myself, right? I was raised to have a sense of duty. So when you see somebody else enacting something that you see in yourself, that's crazy. It's awesome. Second one is when I walk in the gym and I hear 2 metal plates whack against each other as I'm walking in. Because that's when I go from I'm at the gym to we're about to get down. like we're about to get busy and everybody's going to have to get out the way because Brian's going to lose his mind. Third, I love a good soft serve ice cream. Like that first bite of like a chocolate dip soft serve ice cream, like on a really hot day where the temperature's like 92 and it's like 110 degree heat index, I'm heading over to the closest soft serve place and I'm going to get a medium soft serve cone. It's been chocolate dipped and I'm going to take half that cone off in the first bite because I love that first super cold, chocolatey, vanilla-y fantasticness that comes with that. So yeah, that's one.
That's funny.
That is funny because my wife hates soft serve ice cream, and I freaking love it, dude. I so love soft serve ice cream. Like, I if I could do anything right now for these events, like these band events my sons are in, serve some soft serve ice cream. I don't care if it's 12 degrees outside. I'll eat a cone. Yeah. Come on, dude. Like y'all serve 19 different kinds of kettle corn. Y'all serve chocolate dipped whatever, but you can't have a soft serve machine. Like of all the things you have, your hot cocoa's terrible. It doesn't taste like chocolate. It tastes like warm water with powder in it.
It does.
Like nothing that you're serving is fantastic. The least you can do is supply a brother with a soft serve cone. Like,
well,
I feel like I'm not asking a lot, right? Probably am, but I'm not. Dude, here's one for you. I thought about this when we were looking at this. What's a little pleasure that you miss? You used to be able to get it, but for some reason, you're no longer able to get it anymore.
That's a good one, I guess.
Kind of a reminiscing kind of thing, right?
I mean, but there's a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of things like that for me.
Yeah.
Like when I was living in the Northeast, getting a good bagel. That was amazing. Mm-hmm. Just go right down to the deli and pick it up with the cream cheese they made in-house and all this stuff. Getting I guess Doc Seafood not being in Corden. I love Doc Seafood. Getting their fish. Love their fish.
Yeah.
Can't eat it anymore. But I loved it when it was there. We used to get it all the time. I miss it.
One of them you triggered on me earlier. Yankee Candle used to make a candle called Fresh Cut Grass. Dude, it smelled like it was the only way I could get that smell in the middle of winter. And I don't know what kind of witch voodoo, witch doctor crafting they were doing in order to make that candle smell that way, but it literally smelled just like a fresh cut yard.
That's funny.
And I was like, you said that, and I was like, dude, I miss that candle. I said, I come home and sometimes just light it for like 10 minutes just to get a whiff and then put the lid on it and be done with it. The other, honestly, drive-in movies, man. Like, that used to be like a family event. Like, once a month, we'd all pile in the truck and go to the drive-in. And because drive-in eats were way cheaper than movie theater eats, and drive-in tickets were way cheaper than movie theater tickets. And you could sit outside and watch a movie. Like, you couldn't, like, we didn't have like affordable inflatable screens when I was a kid. You had the drive-in if you wanted to go outside and watch a movie, unless you wanted to sit on the front porch and watch the TV through the picture window.
That's it.
That was it. So you go to the drive-in, you have everybody there, you get out your lawn chairs, you know, you get your cold soda, you get your big bucket of greasy, buttery, salty popcorn and a nasty, probably. And nowadays my tastes are a lot different. So I probably wouldn't even smell that hot dog, more or less eat it. But it just was, and you would be like, this is cool. And you got to stay up late because the second movie always started at like 9:30. So you're like, I get to stay up late. I don't even
think the first movie doesn't start until.
We went to the one here.
Yeah.
And the movie started at like 8:45. And when we got out of the last movie, it was almost 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it's a haul.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm old and don't want to do this anymore. So, but I do miss that. I don't know that I miss the movie so much as I just miss the excitement of being like, oh, we're going to drive-in.
Well,
tonight.
you know, in the drive-in's still kicking, but it's like, I don't want to show up at like 6 o'clock and have to sit there in line for.
Yeah. Yeah. They are right. They are that time we went, we got there at like 7. We didn't get parked and out of the car till like 8 or 9 minutes before the movie started.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But anyway, yeah, that's a cool one.
But all right. So tell me about your home comforts, Reggie. What are your home comforts? Your little like things that you have at home that you're like, you know, you sit down, you're like, you know.
Well, so it is like my general, like the chairs and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's nothing like the chairs you've bought that you have in your home. You sit down.
It's got your butt curve in it.
I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, and then, you know, especially here lately, like having my sweatshirt that I like a lot, just hanging up that I can grab it real quick in the mornings. It's been that's putting up, dude. Dig it. Now I mean, I'm sure that thing needs to be washed now. Like a lot.
Hey man.
But you know, it's been handy for me because I get along with all this stuff, I'm like really cold and like I wake up and I'm cold.
Yeah.
So
hey man, there's no funk like your own funk.
I know.
Right?
Well, but anyway, so yeah, that like, you know, man, just sitting like, especially like if I've been doing like, okay, like if I've been doing something like in my office and I'm sitting there and like, I'm just like, I need to take a minute and I just want to hang out with my family and I come down and sit in my chair. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. The other thing is here lately, with all the stress and everything been going on with me, dude, after dinner and like being like, girls, go get your pajamas on and stuff. We're going to go cuddle into bed and watch a movie. And I put my bed up because it's one of those maneuverable things. Put the bed up, dude, and just sit up and watch a movie in bed with my girls. Oh, bro.
Watch like a nonsense movie too, like something that's funny. And,
it's something. It's totally like it's either a kid movie or something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's something that kids are gonna like. Dude, that's the best.
Yeah.
There's so much comfort in that. And of course, the girls always want blankets and all this stuff. But yeah, that's been cool.
Yeah.
That's been a real help for me though. I mean, that's one of the few comforting things that actually help deal with things, right?
Yeah. 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 For me, it's probably when I get home from work, and I can put on my favorite pair of sweatpants and my favorite hoodie and put on some thick socks and sit down and kick my feet up and just relax and just be like, okay, the hardest part of the day is over. Now I'm in the good part of the day. I get to talk to my wife. I get to talk to my boys. I get to eat a good meal. I get to enjoy my home. Right. As of late, really just reading, like finding different books and different things to read. And I'm really finding a lot of fascination in because you and I are very different creatures in our arc of how we've gotten to where we are, and I'm a little late in the game of the education part of it, but I seem to really just I find myself just super happy and content with a good book, or I've started writing and sitting down with a pen and a notebook and just writing, and sometimes I write just thoughts like, what am I thinking about right now? What do I need to work out? I'm also writing a short story. Well, I don't know if we can qualify it as a short story anymore because it's like 38 pages at this point, and I'm about halfway there. So I don't know if that qualifies to be a short story or just a normal story, or I don't know what the parameters and qualifications for short stories are. So, and I also find myself really trying to use my imagination a lot more in the things that I write. Like when I first started writing things down, it was very dry. It's like, went to work, it was okay. Went to, it was okay. And then I was like, well, how would I describe that if I was excited about it? And then I started writing it like that, and it started making more sense. Went to work, had a great day, talked to this person. They were very upbeat. Talked to this person. They seemed to have a good attitude. Give a little bit of a description. But yeah, like I think reading and writing has become something that I really enjoy doing.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I tell you another thing about being at home that is so cool, and it's different for me, man, because I work from home, so like, my comforts are so baked in now. It's almost like you can easily look over them, but I tend to. But it's when I was thinking about this, just being able to go outside and like hit the tire and do my workout here, right? And then so that little walk back from the tire, like it takes about 90 seconds to go from the tire workout after I'm done to the front porch where that's where I usually chill for a minute because I'm way too sweaty and hot, and I'm going to sit on any kind of furniture in the house. So we have these teak, rocking chairs that sit on the front porch. So I just usually hang out there for 15, 20 minutes to let everything cool down.
Get your breath, get your heart rate down.
And it's, after I'm done with that, that's there's a comfort there where I walk up and I sit down. And it's like a immediate, then I start logging all my workout stuff and all that kind of stuff. So that's been cool.
Somebody asked me the other day, because I still talk to people a lot about training and stuff like that. And they were like, what is the best feeling that I have at the end of, and I'm like, it's the end of the workout. It's the clarity. I've pushed all the stress out, and I feel like my mind is working at 100% of capacity. And I'm no longer thinking about all those compiled stresses from throughout the day. And I have that, that maybe that 45 minutes to an hour after that workout's over, that I'm just clear. Like thought is easy, processing is easier. Like, because, I've, like you and I talked about, I've been dealing with anxiety most of my life, and it's for years and years and years, it was very hard to find a spot where your head's very clear. Like you're trying to find that space where you just want 5 minutes of nothing, right? Like I don't want anything going on in my head right now, instead of thinking about what happens if somebody kicks my door in and kills me in a tickle fight. I don't want to worry about that. I just want to, so that 45 minutes to an hour of clarity after a really hard workout just makes my head, and they're like, well, isn't it painful to get there? And I'm like, that's not, it depends on how you look at it, right? Like, is it uncomfortable to get exercise? Sure it is. Is it something that I would give up? Well, no, because I don't consider it fruitless, right? There's temporary and long-term gain from it. So,
but the exertion, this is the joy out of it, right? Is like your ability to exert some kind of physical force, and you're doing that, and you've completed that exertion, and there was something achieved from that. The movement was this, it did this. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like you don't, when you start you're getting really you're looking past you're looking at the forest and you're not seeing the trees. You know what I mean? Like those little things, like if I swing that mace and I turn around and I'm like, you know, and I keep going and I keep going and I keep going, but at the same time I'm concentrating on what body parts I'm moving and all this other stuff. It's cool that you're, you know, yes, it's not easy. It shouldn't be easy because you're trying to be not easy, but I think there's joy in that, knowing that you are able to do something
for sure.
Right.
There's freedom in it.
Well, and I think, you know, I think it just helps, especially at our age, man. I mean, it just helps us feel more physical, that we are capable still, kind of thing. Because look, there's going to come a time where we're not. I mean,
nah. What are you talking about, Reggie?
I mean, there'll be a time,
but then there's just miracle guys you see. Like there's a guy at the gym, one of the gyms I'm a member at. Dude, he's 86 years old and he still shows up 6 days a week and lifts weights. And he's functional. He runs a business. He's healthy. He's vibrant. So
it's not.
I'm hoping that that's me. Hoping.
You know, there's always that.
He's got a cool, giant, long ponytail hair. And he makes it work. Like for me, if I had a ponytail, they'd be like, stop it.
Now, here's an interesting home comfort that I would say, it's not so much a home comfort, but it is if when my wife is in the kitchen and she's got her Christian radio going and she's in there singing along and doing stuff, and when I walk downstairs and I hear that, I instantly feel better.
Good. That's good.
About anything. It doesn't matter.
I would agree. That when I one of the biggest joys I have isn't my joy. It's when I come home and I walk into my house and I see my wife and she's, you know, really into what she's doing and she's really enjoying herself, and I see the boys are doing hard and challenging things, and I'm standing there watching and I'm like, I'm a part of this, right? Like this is something that I helped create that will endure, right? Because we've done the right things. Here's one for you. Joys that you have but aren't necessarily yours, meaning, you know, the small things you do for other people. Like, are there things that you do on a daily basis where, you know, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this little thing, or, hey, yeah, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, or, I mean, you know, and the reason I think those are important is because I think it has to do with keeping a part of our humanity, right? Like,
I mean, it's community too. I mean, that's a big part of it. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. Like the biggest things where it comes to other people's joys are like really living that through my kids and my wife, right?
Yeah.
Those are the two biggest ones that are talking about other people's joys. When it comes to like you stretch outside of that. I mean, there's a lot of times when it's like help push a car out of a driveway.
I know recently you helped a dude chop down some trees and smash your chainsaw, but it still seemed like you were very happy.
I was very happy about
that. You were doing it.
Oh yeah, right? Like that was killer. You know, when my neighbor had a tree fall down, it was completely uprooted from a storm, right? And instead of him having to go through and pay somebody to do it, I cut it up for him and everything else. That was awesome.
You were a solid dude.
Yeah. Had a lot of joy from that, just being able to help and do that. There's all kinds of things like that all the time that, you know, I have another friend of mine who seems to always need to borrow my tractor. Like, wow. And, you know, there's a, and sometimes it becomes an annoyance, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's really, I really feel happy about doing that. You know,
I love to talk to people, and I don't mean, hey buddy, how you doing? Like, I find joy in sitting down and getting to know somebody I don't know. You know, here's one that really got me, and it's a short story, but it really kind of bugged me, and but at the end it made me feel good because I knew that I wasn't in a certain section of people. But my wife and I went on a trip recently, went away for a day or two, and we were in a bigger city, and a guy walked up to me, and I normally don't give away money, right? Like I don't give away money. But the guy walked up to me and he was honest. He's like, look, dude, he's like, I thought I had bus fare. I need to get home. He wasn't dirty. He looked like he had just got off work. He was wearing an apron. He goes, dude, I'm short bus fare. He goes, do you have a couple bucks? And I said, all I had on me was a $10 bill, but I was like, here, you can have it. You know, he's like, I don't need that much. And I'm like, no. It's like, consider it a gift, right? And, you know, didn't think much about it till the next day when we were visiting some friends, and they asked me, and I told them about it. And the one person looks at me and goes, why would you do that? Why they could be buying drugs. They could be, and I said, I won't let that be my first thought. And he goes, why? And I was like, because I'm not going to let the world as it is steal my humanity from me. Oh
yeah, dude.
I'm going to be a human being, and I'm going to help people when I can. I can't always, like, I know some dudes, I've got friends that have such a skill set that there's pretty much nothing they can't do. I'm very narrow. If you want me to sell something for you, I'm a pretty good salesman. I always have been. If you want me to teach you how to work out, cool. If it's anything beyond that, it's sketchy whether I'm going to be able to do anything that's actually considered helpful outside of talking. But I feel like I don't ever want to be in that position where I become so jaded that I sacrifice my humanity and just start distrusting everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a trusting guy, right? Like I don't trust a whole lot, but you know, I'm pretty sure that this guy just, you know, probably didn't budget right for the week and went to reach into his wallet to get money for bus fare, and it wasn't there. And he even tried to say, man, I don't need this much. I just need enough for a bus. And I was like, dude, it's all right. Take it. And I couldn't believe the shock on the person's face when they were like, why would you do that? And I was like, because it was the right thing to do. I was like, dude was stranded. He probably had kids at home. I wasn't going to leave him stranded here and make his wife, who's probably at home taking care of his kids, have to pack up the kids and figure out a way to come get him. Here's some bus fare, man. Use it for the rest of the week, dude. I don't care. Like it's $10. I'll at the end of the day, I'll outlive that $10, right? So it's not going to be. But that for me has been a lot of, also, you know, seeing people, the light bulb go off above their head. I just smile when you're talking about something. It's something they've been trying to work out for a long time, and you're helpful, and all of a sudden you see ding, the light bulb go off above their head. There's some joy in that, not because I'm selfish, but because wow, they figured it out and they're going to be able to go solve that problem, and I got to be a part of that solution. So just weird stuff, man. Like
no, I mean I guess almost an example of that, dude, it'd be like my wife is way better at this than I am. It's about giving compliments and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so wherever it is, doesn't matter where it is, be eating somewhere or getting something, be at the grocery store, whatever. Julie's always throwing out compliments to people.
It's very good. It's very good. She's very good about that. Like like I've been around her, and she could be in a situation that's kind of negative, but she'll hit it with a compliment and maybe change the flow of things. I'm not so good at that.
Yeah. But what is really cool is like almost every single time it's received really well. And you see this like change.
Yeah.
This slight change or whatever. It's
perk
always
up
like
a little
that.
bit.
Oh yeah. It's always that's a joy.
Yeah.
You know, for sure. Right.
It's a talent too. Like not everybody has the talent to get that done.
I can do it every once in a while, but I just feel like disingenuous sometimes. Like I can't make myself do it. Right. I have to be, because when I've tried that, it just seems really
comes off weird.
Oh yeah. It's really weird. It's like, why did I do
nice that? Kneecaps.
Yeah. Hey, bruh.
Okay. So something that's not a joy is when somebody goes, "What's up, bruh?" Can you not say brother?
I don't really. I mean, you know,
got the Riz. That's all right. Yeah. Which, by the way, modern day slang escapes me.
Yeah. Well,
I actually looked up a dictionary page that had all the modern day slang on it. I got like through 2 words. I was like, yeah, I'll never get this.
I think dude, every generation has that.
Oh
though.
yeah, for sure.
You know, where we're like, what? You know.
Well, let's see. When I was coming up in high school, it was bro. Everybody was bro. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
My dad was dude. Hey, dude.
I'm a dude guy.
Well, my great grandfather, I love the guy to death. He was just a genuinely great person. My favorite things, and this was my dad's dad. My favorite things he would say, and I feel like he was trying to be like relating to my generation, would be like, "Yeah, he's a pretty hip cat," and I'm like, "Okay." But he was a musician too. He was a drummer, and he was also a very talented guitar and piano player. So he was sort of in that musical.
I switch to more of a swing vibe whenever I'm around certain jazz musicians and stuff. It just happens because everybody's they kind of talk like that sometimes. So that I don't know. I flip into my, yo man, that was a cool cat over there, bro. I mean, you do that stuff. It's weird.
Dude, I was one of the most awkward situations I've ever been in was I was sitting in my living room while my friend Matt was giving my oldest boy a guitar lesson, and I'm listening to them banter back and forth in guitar language, and I'm like, I don't know anything you all are saying. Like nothing you're saying makes sense, but I'm so enjoying listening to the fact that you two are communicating so well with this. I'm just going to sit here and nod my head like this. That's all I can do. I was like, well, I don't speak. It's like when I go to the gym and another trainer and I start talking, and their client will be standing there and they're looking at us like, and then I'm like, I'm very sorry. We're being rude.
I hear you.
So here's something. Do you enjoy? What's the verbiage I'm looking for? Do you enjoy being amongst larger groups of people?
Generally, no.
Because I know when like you'll have a barbecue and we'll all come over and there might be 15, 20 people here and you seem perfectly content.
Yeah.
But you're in control. You're at the house, right? Like that's your castle, man. We're all more comfortable in our castle.
I mean, if it's a gathering of people
that you know.
Or an organization that I know.
Yeah.
Like a work thing or something. Sure. I'm completely fine with that.
I find the older I get, the less comfortable I am in crowds of people.
Well, okay. So you got to, yeah, that's not a joy at all, to be honest, especially with my kids and being out in strange places and stuff. No, I'm on guard.
Well, it's not even that. It doesn't upset me. I can't find.
That's not a joy, Brian. What are you doing?
I can't find a comfort. I'm trying
You're
to
off the rails.
Maybe you can give me advice on how to have more joy with it. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay,
maybe I need some joy advice, right?
Enjoy the joyousness of this.
Halloween's close, Reggie. You want to hear the dad joke of the day?
Nope.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, you do. How much does a bag of bones weigh? A skeleton. Sorry. Sorry. Had to tell it. I've been keeping that one in my dad joke bag for too long. It had to get out.
No. Look, let's talk about sense and sound, bro.
Yeah. Sense and sound.
Could be older, like from your past or something like that. We already talked about the fresh cut grass.
I love fresh laundry, like warm laundry. Like that smell of that just lightly scented when you pull the towels out, man, you're holding them and they're warm and then that scent hits you. Love that scent. As far as sounds, man, this sounds weird to say, but anybody who is talented at playing an instrument, I don't care if it's drums, guitar, trumpet, because you hear passion in them doing it, right? Like I believe that when you listen to, I was very, very blessed to have seen not only Ozzy Osbourne on tour, just Ozzy, but I was blessed to see him with Black Sabbath, and I was also blessed to see him when he did Ozfest. I went to Ozfest back when it first started. When someone is doing something with passion, it just radiates, right? You know, if you were to look at a guy like Maynard James from Tool, he's kind of pretentious in person. Like when you listen to interviews with him, he's very pretentious, and he's very opinionated, and you know, he is very hard to the left. But when he performs, when the drummer from Tool starts playing, when they're playing Parabola, when they're playing Lateralus, when they're playing The Pot, all those songs, there is passion in that music, and you can tell that those guys are pouring their hearts into playing those songs.
Okay.
And if a dude's like giving it everything he's got on a tambourine, I'll sit there and listen, dude, because that's just there's passion in that, right? And I'm okay with that. That's why I love bluegrass music a lot, because those guys have decades of passion poured into those instruments that make them so capable. And some of those instruments, mandolins and banjos, are difficult instruments to learn. And so to be that fluid at those instruments is amazing. So yeah, like those are like anybody that's playing an instrument, and even if you're a beginner and you're not that great, but you're really giving it your all, I'll sit and listen to you. You know?
Yeah, of course my view's a little different, but that's okay.
It's because you are a musician, Reggie. I'm not.
I know. There's a big difference there, bro. Big difference. But I will say though that when you there's these like, how would I describe them? There's like these like freaking fantastic moments you have as a musician though. Like when just everything you're playing with a group and everything just comes together.
Everything coalesces, man.
And it's like this moment.
Mm-hmm.
There's not, I mean, like, this is the best, dude. I mean, you know, that's completely and totally intoxicating. And you that's what you always are trying to get to.
And I've always wondered what that feeling was. Like,
it's weird.
To be completely in that zone. Like, I don't have anything. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've felt the runner's high, the exercise is high. But that's a solo thing, right? But to be in a zone with a group of people and all of you are playing a different instrument, but the fact that you are all so in step that it's seamless is amazing.
Well, and I've been in orchestras, right? Playing in an orchestra, which you get that from. And that's even weirder because there's so many, you know, and you're just like, how did we end up in this path?
How did we find our way to this, right?
That's crazy. But so that's dude, instantaneous. But I'll get back to some simpler stuff though, dude. I mean, like hearing my daughters just giggle, bro, is just the most happiest thing, man. I mean, like, or the smell of my wife making a cake or trying to make bread, even though she's failed at bread over and over, but just smelling it though.
Yeah.
It's cool.
She
makes cake fine, by the way, but it's just the bread she has.
She's a very talented cake maker.
But the bread is still a problem. But smelling that is cool. You know, the barbecue when I'm doing the smoking and stuff, and you're like, you get that first light up of like the oak because it's my oak that I got here and I put in it, and it first gets lit up. And then there's a smell from like well seasoned, like the right oak.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, that is going to produce some cool, I'm going to be happy with that. Right. That's cool.
One of the best moments I have, is when you're smoking something and you pull that lid off and that wave of that just, I don't know that a smell can be delicious, but when the smell of your smoked brisket hits me, I'm like, I'd chew through my own leg to get to that brisket.
I know,
like,
bro.
It smells so good.
It's
and it's just, you know, that's the olfactory senses, man. I think we forget that the way God built us was that all of our senses are supposed to bring us joy, right? Our sight, our sound, our smell, our taste. And I think we take them for granted. Like, dude, from being a kid, biscuits, like fresh hand rolled biscuits being cooked, that I don't want to say, yeasty sounds gross, but
Well, that's what. No, I mean,
But that yeasty kind of smell right when they're in the middle of cooking and it fills the kitchen up and you walk into it and you're just like, oh man, I could just eat. My grandmother just gets so mad at me because I would try to sneak biscuits out of the oven and she's like, yeah, those are for breakfast. I'm like, but they smell good, right? Or when my wife, she makes us, I don't know, tomato pie. Oh, Reggie, it's the smell of it cooking the basil and the tomatoes, the fresh garden tomatoes and all those smells together. So yeah, I get that, man. Like, dude, when your wife makes any Middle Eastern food, any Indian food, when I walk in your house for a second, I'm like, ooh, look at that.
Now, I will say, besides just that stuff, the Louisville Bats Stadium, right?
Oh yeah, it's fresh hot dogs.
You just walk into the stadium, you're like, all right, cool, I'm here.
Yeah.
And it actually used to be when they were the Redbirds at the old stadium or the Cardinal Stadium, whatever. That was even more intense. I think the new one's kind of lost some of that, because it's newer and well, it's not. I shouldn't say it's newer now. It's been like forever ago, so they did that. But that's awesome, man. But I'll say theme like talking about sounds though. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of songs. Like I shouldn't say like songs necessarily, but like the intro to Eureka, the series that was like 5 seasons. It's been a long time ago now. Love that show. We're actually going through and watching it again. But just the title like song that plays for some reason just makes me happy, dude. Just hearing it. And it could be just because I love the show so much or just because of the way it is, but it's so cool. Hearing like the old Transformers
cartoon.
Yeah. Like the transforming bot the sound.
The sound effect.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, that's great.
The
intro to any 12-bar blues song.
Yeah, they're all
that pull through on the guitar, the whatever that is, man. That just crawls all over me to hear a good 12-bar blues. Dude, Hill Street. Remember the show Hill Street Blues? The opening theme to Hill Street Blues. Like that, dude. Opening to MASH. A lot of those old shows, they orchestrated those opening songs to catch your attention in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Like now, all you hear is fart noises and bells dinging. Like it's not.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Dirty Little Joy. The opening thing to Uncle Grandpa, the cartoon.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you to watch an episode. Don't let your girls watch it. Not because it's bad or dirty, but there's going to be way too many questions why there's a lederhosen wearing mildly autistic grandpa with a tiger that farts rainbows and his best friend is a fish and a slice of pizza.
Probably
that whole thing is going to spark some conversations that I've spent way too much time in and you probably don't want to. But his opening theme song is hilarious. Like it's all the things that you would be like, oh, this is ridiculous, but you're laughing the whole way you're going through it. So, dude, like when you're a kid, cartoons, Scooby-Doo, the Scooby-Doo theme. Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, it's still there.
Dude, that's great. Like there's those things take me back to places where nothing else really mattered. You were just into what exactly was going on at that moment.
Here's one. Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
I mean, come on. How does that not take you back and be like,
does.
oh,
it does.
The
opening theme to Star Wars.
Oh yeah, of course,
dude. That's I don't. Sometimes I will just turn on Star Wars just to listen to dun, 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 dun.
Well, the same thing with like the Superman.
Yeah,
the original Superman.
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, that theme. The freaking the theme for from the Star Trek original series.
Yeah.
There's so many of them. The Airwolf theme song.
Yes. Airwolf. I forgot.
Oh, come on,
Airwolf.
man.
It's so great. It's so great.
Yeah, dude. Jurassic Park.
Magnum PI's mustache.
Oh, there you go.
Dude, that is the greatest mustache ever.
Yeah, Tom Selleck, bro. You know, I got on this Tom Selleck kick not too long ago.
Did you buy Hawaiian shirts?
No,
For your Tom Selleck kick?
I already have Hawaiian shirts, bro.
I know,
I like Hawaiian shirts.
Okay.
No, but like, so, cause you know, like 3 Minute Little Lady and like 3 Minute a Baby kind of stuff. And then his like, Her Alibi, you know, he has like some old movies back then that were like
really good. Yeah.
You know, they're just fun movies. It's none of this crap in there, like over sensationalized nonsense. It's just a good, funny movie.
He played in a sci-fi movie. What was that sci-fi? Where it had like little spider robots.
Oh, the
what was that movie called? It was so good. I love that movie.
The Runaway?
Yeah, something like that, where he would shoot the little spider robots, and I was like, it freaked me out because I hate spiders.
It had the guy from Kiss in it.
Yeah, and Gene Simmons.
Yeah, Gene Simmons.
He was the bad guy.
Yeah, he was the bad guy, bro.
Gene Simmons is the bad guy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like Three Amigos, Spies Like Us. Although I can't really. It's not about songs or whatever. It's just the movies that make me feel good.
Yeah,
and just Blues Brothers, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, some things that we really didn't characterize, but I was thinking about like a real if when I meet somebody and I get a really good handshake.
Yes.
I find joy in that.
Yeah. Well, it's because most handshakes now are dead fish handshakes.
Oh yeah.
So, someone who makes good eye contact during a conversation. I hate when you're talking to somebody and they're doing this.
I don't know. Some people got a thing though, bro. So I don't really
crazy.
That used to drive me nuts until I'm just like, yeah. I mean, some people got a thing. When my pen, because I like fountain pens, right? And I take notes on when I work with a fountain pen. It's been a while, and I pick it up and it just writes, and I don't have to do nothing. That's brilliant, dude.
A nice, crisp high five. Like not the missed one where you like hit half the hand to half the hand and then you got to play it off like it was good. Like the nice, solid, full contact high five. Yeah. I'm a high five dude. I know most people are not high five people anymore, but I'm a high five person.
Dude, one thing that one of the things that the old Chat GPT was spit out that I thought was actually kind of funny and it's pretty hilarious is like that you go through your day, right? And you're thinking, man, all I want to do is just chill. And you got this big thing coming up, right? And you're just like, well, but I got to go. I already scheduled it or whatever. And then it ends up getting canceled.
Mm-hmm. Great feeling,
and
right?
You're like, oh, yes.
When you have something you've been dreading to do, like something that's just like it's weighed on you all week long. And you're like begrudgingly slipping on your shoes, and all of a sudden the text comes in. It's like, yeah, gonna have to cancel and reschedule that. And you're like, woo, and then you kick that shoe back off and lay back in your chair.
Let's go.
No lines in the grocery stores.
Well, yeah, I can. Yeah,
when I can go right up to the register and pay for my stuff and get on down the road. That's a good one. Empty gyms. When you can just kind of do what you want. You ain't got to wait for machines. Those are great. A genuine hug from someone you haven't seen in a very long time. That's a good one. Like a genuine hug from somebody that you're like, man, I haven't seen you in years. How are you doing? Right? Like somebody you really liked and you just kind of fell off and you couldn't stay in contact, or they might have moved, or there's all kinds of and that's the thing is in getting ready for this episode and kind of reading through what we were doing, I just kept thinking, man, how much crap do we take for granted every day?
Oh, dude, that's what I mean.
Like, how sad are we that we take all this for granted?
Yeah, it's so tiny. There's so many tiny things, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's so many. So many.
Like, joy is joy, man. Feel joy, have joy. Do the things that make you happy.
But it's part of what helps you reframe your perspective on life, dude, is shrinking those joy moments or joy things from larger things. You shrink it down to real small stuff.
Yeah.
Start noticing the real tiny. That's what we're doing this for.
Yeah.
If start noticing these real tiny things, man, those start to add up.
Yeah.
And
for God's sake, stop tying your little joys to the things you hate as rewards. You don't have to go do something special to drink a good cup of coffee. You don't have to do something special to listen to a good song. Sometimes it's okay to have a little bit of joy, right? Just to have a moment where this is just a happy moment, right? Like so many people in our society today have decided that they're going to tie their joy to their accomplishment.
Yeah.
That's so dangerous because then you become very, you start to starve yourself for those things because you feel like you almost have to.
I forgot. Here's exactly what you don't need to reward yourself to do something nice for yourself.
Yeah.
Or you just need to notice what is going on. Mm-hmm. For instance, I forgot where this was, but it was a library of sorts. Or I shouldn't say library. It was a place that looked like a library.
Okay.
Maybe. And it smelled like a bookstore, library type of thing, right? And usually though, like if you go, like, there's very few of these places anymore. But like you used to go to like the Barnes and Noble, be able to get a coffee, and then you'd be able to peruse the bookstore. The smell, the coffee. I mean, dude, it's just brilliant, right? You can't hardly find that it's hard.
Yeah.
I can't remember where I was. This has been quite a while ago, but it was like an old school, old bookstore. So
smells 80% dusty and 20% mothbally. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had gone down to, and I think it was, I don't remember now, but there was a coffee shop that it obviously was like a town or something. I was walking because I remember getting a coffee from this place, never been there. It's like a Joe Schmo coffee thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then, smelling it going, this smells like really good coffee. And then as soon as I saw this bookstore or whatever, I'm walking in. So the same time I walk into this bookstore and I get this like old bookstore smell, and then I take a sip of this coffee, and it was like both things together were just like this like uber magic tiny moment of like, whoa. Because the coffee actually was like really good, which I'm a coffee snob sometimes, and that really does. And it was just something. It was something magic, right?
Julie and I first got married. There was a place that you used to go. It was a bookstore, and it had a little cafe in there. And we didn't have any money. We just got married. We couldn't rub two nickels together, but we'd scrape together enough money about once a month where we'd go on a date night and we'd go to this place and we'd sit down and we'd have a salad they had the best turkey dinner. Can't explain to you why, but it was amazing. And we would eat, and then we would literally just walk around this 2-story bookstore and look at everything together. Like what would be cool to know more about, and then sometimes we would sit in there for like 2 or 3 hours and just read. And it would just be a great way to burn an evening. And you've got this delicious meal and, coffee, because they would serve coffee. And this place had free coffee. Like you walk up and pour your own coffee and mix it. And we'd walk around and just, it wasn't old schooly, like musty, but it was all wood, like really richly done wood. And it was just had a great warm feel to it. So I get that, man. Like when you get those combination of those things,
yeah.
It's hard to, it's hard to find those things anymore in tandem. Usually I enjoy this and then I'll enjoy this later. To find something that you can put together, that's like the double tap of joy. That's pretty rare.
Coffee in itself is just the overall joy. Like when I, and I'm hoping that as soon as I get rid of this nonsense, I can go back to getting my coffee fix on. But like doing a pour over, and like you go through this whole thing to do this pour over, and like the first, you get done with the pour over, you're like, you get to, it's all in the carafe, and you're like, you take a smell of it. It's like, oh, okay. That's about right. See, then you're starting to if it's good, you're starting to it's like priming it, right?
Yeah.
Let it cool for like a couple minutes or so, and then you take that first sip. So then you got the smell, and you let the heat go down a little bit, and then you take that first sip, and if you've done it right, it's like, oh, dude, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing, because you just worked for the sensation of joy that you get from this well done pour over that meets your criteria.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So anyway, those are just some time. Look, here's the idea of this. Just look at the tiny stuff in your day.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of it. And, when I was first like juggling around with this, because I really wanted something less of a topic, because we've been hitting stuff pretty deep here lately. And I just wanted something light. And it was like, okay, that's cool, because then helping people understand the tiny joys, or just looking for them. It's
well, and understand that your joys are yours, and nobody else needs to understand.
Yeah,
right. People all the time be like, I don't understand how you enjoy that. It's like, I don't really care if you understand how I enjoy that. I enjoy it. But, a lot of people will not do things because they're worried that other people are going to think they're strange. If you find something funny, laugh. If you enjoy drinking a cappuccino, drink a cappuccino. Who cares, man? It just take care of yourself. I tell people this all the time. Self-care is not a dirty word, because eventually you'll burn yourself to the point where if you don't have anything you do for yourself, you won't be able to do for anyone else, because you'll just be broken. Like when you talk to those people that don't have any joy and they're not able to invest in other people, most of the time they're just broken. They've been pushed way too far. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself.
Indeed.
I pity the fool who don't take care of himself.
I'm Reggie.
I'm Brian.
And we're R&B Talks. See you later.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.